Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to give a shout out to the Yofan's channel. There's this Korean American guy by the name of Luke. He's trying to get the perfect Asian fro. So let's see how far he took it and how he was able to manage it, because you have to realize the straighter and silkier your hair is, the harder it is to get unique styles, especially westernized styles from black cultures. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here. Let's go.
I want curlier than your hair.
So after all that searching, Luke finally found someone willing to take on the challenge. A stylist named Becky.
You guys are all Chinese American?
Actually, we're from Hong Kong originally.
Okay.
Luke was low-key stressed, and honestly, I don't blame him. Becky had never tried this before, never even attempted to create an afro on an Asian man in her life. So yeah, this was uncharted territory. One minute she's looking like she's running a science experiment, the next it's an arts and crafts show with pipe cleaners covering his whole head.
This is wave lotion. I use the foam, it's just different texture.
Yeah, different.
It's the same thing.
Once Becky was done, she parked Luke under this spinning hooded contraption to start cooking up the wave lotion she poured into his hair. And from that point, we waited. When the waiting was finally over, Becky reached for another bottle. But this one was different. This wasn't just more product. This was the game changer. Once it touches those strands, there's no going back. His hair will forever hold the shape those pipe cleaners have been twisting it.
Oh,
Right?
Once Becky rinsed him out that last time and sat him back down, it was official. Luke had an afro. By the time Becky was drying him off, you could already feel the eyes in the room. People in the way.
Look at that. Look. Oh my God, why is he doing that? He's black now. He's a Blasian. Oh, it's too funny. Curiosity killed the cat, didn't it?
Waiting area were looking. Everybody knew this was.
Her face is too funny. This lady right here. Eyes big as day, just like, oh my God.
Different. It wasn't just a haircut anymore. This was something polarizing. And the very next day, it was my turn.
All right, it's official. Asian Fro. It almost looks natural. Like he doesn't even look Korean no more.
why is it not smooth?
Look, I'll admit it. Against all odds, Luke's got himself an Asian fro. Never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. Now the question is, can I really turn this into an Iman Shumpert flat? Let me ask y'all a question. In all your years of living, have you ever seen an Asian man with a lineup as sharp as the ones you see in the black or Hispanic community? For those that don't know, I don't either. And that's why this lineup right here isn't just sharp. It's cultural crossover at its finest. Think about it. A Korean man sitting in my chair about to walk out with a lineup so clean it could stand shoulder to shoulder.
If that's not official, I don't know what to tell you. That's skills right there. Like I said, it looks natural.
With the sharpest cuts you'll see in black and Hispanic communities. That's not just a haircut, that's worlds colliding. Matter of fact, I guess the fire department must have felt it too, because a fire truck pulled up right outside. Somebody must have reported the smoke coming off this cut, but hey.
That's the cleanest lineup I've ever seen in my life. Like I haven't even seen my own people have a lineup that clean. And as you know, most cultures are told to stay away from us, right? But then they just can't help to try out our styles, the way we dress, the way we do line up our hair, rap music, hip hop culture. But see, here's the thing, hip hop culture is not us. We didn't really create that, because if you go to New York, all the people that were involved in the creation of rap and hip hop, they came from all walks of life. You had black people, you had the Puerto Ricans, and you even had the Asians too. So these are all worlds of people colliding for this hip hop culture of haircuts, sports, just whatever's going on.
Hey, no alarms here, just precision. And Luke's face said it all. He'd never seen himself like this before. Never had a lineup this sharp in his life. That reaction right there let me know my job was done. So we're here. You have a high top. You said you wanted it to look like
Box. A Minecraft character. Like square. I want my face. Straight up.
How do you feel so far?
We used to call that the word up haircut back in the early 90s. So, high top.
Do you have any concerns?
No, I mean, so I just sleep like this?
Now that Luke had this new look, the high top, the new texture, he was ready to wear it loud.
I like it. It's so neat and well maintained and
Even the Indians like it.
sharp.
Everywhere he went, people were looking twice. Folks were confused. They didn't know what he was anymore. Was he Korean, Dominican, Filipino? Nobody could pin it down. But here's the thing, the change didn't stop at the hair. Luke started changing other parts of his life too, and it all happened at the gym.
Was that the heaviest you ever been?
So not only that, he also started working on his physique too as well.
Yes. So I had a pretty severe victim mentality, whether it's through family, being naive, kind of having an identity crisis culturally, being bullied and growing up. Those circumstances led to me having zero self-confidence, a lot of insecurities. So I would cope with the victim mentality.
And keep in mind, most men, they don't start living their greatest life till they're at least 35 plus. So good for him for changing his, ways.
Through self-destructive methods and, eating.
Man, I'm gonna miss this little fluffy.
Now, before you think he gave up, let me stop you right there. The truth is, the lifestyle started clashing with the hairstyle. Sweat from the workouts and the new growth creeping in.
It's just like when we go and get perms. Back in the day when we used to get jerry curls and everything. Over time, when the new natural hair starts to grow over the perm, you're gonna have to get it done over again. And it's the same thing with him. The kinky hair is mixed in with his natural, smooth, straight hair. So he has to get all that redone a few times.
New growth though, look at that new growth.
Cutting it wasn't the end. It was a reset. Luke knew if he wanted a style that matched his new grind, he had to start fresh. So he did the one thing he knew best. Kept grinding, kept sacrificing. Luke wasn't done with you yet. First, he pulled off the impossible with the flat top.
So now he's ready to try locks. So he might have to grow his hair out a little bit more. Let's see what happens.
He was locked in, literally gunning for your lock look. And the reason Luke was so confident was because he finally found the right person for the job. A legit loctician who could actually deliver on this wild idea of an Asian man locking his hair. His name, Hajin. And trust me, Hajin's work speaks for itself. But here's the kicker. Hajin isn't in the States. He's in South Korea. Hajin wasted no time. He rolled out a cart that looked like a science lab on wheels. Bottles, rods, papers, gadgets, the whole setup. And let's be honest, the real question here is, do y'all think Korean barbers can step toe-to-toe with US barbers? Because I've never seen a US barber not only give out fades, but follow it up with a full perm service like my guy Hajin is pulling off right now. Once every section was wrapped, he capped Luke's head and rolled over a hood steamer. That's the difference maker right there. Heat and moisture helped push the solution deeper, setting the curl properly. Luke sat under that steamer for a good 30 to 45 minutes before the next step. That's when Hajin rolled out this machine I had never seen before. Looked like something out of a paint shop, but what it was shooting wasn't paint, it was foam. Neutralizer foam. This was next level. The machine evenly coated every strand with that neutralizer solution, making sure those curls set and locked in all the way around. I'll be honest, I thought it was dope. I had never seen anything like it. He let it sit about 15 to 20 minutes to do its job, and then came the part I was waiting for.
100% quality, more time, have more time, but we do the dreadlock, we just only 60-70% 정도 앞으로
60 to 70% afro hair.
Once the rods were out, Hajin rinsed the hair. No shampoo, just water. You shampoo too early, the acidity strips it and the curls fall apart. After rinsing, Hajin picked the hair out, showing off just how defined and thick the curls were.
That's natural African hair.
Luke could feel the difference too. This wasn't flimsy or loose. This was dense, textured, ready for the next phase. That's when Hajin sectioned Luke's hair into 2 clean bases, checked everything, and pulled out a 0.60 millimeter crochet needle.
Whoa, it's like a little twinkle tingle.
Once the bases were secure, Hajin connected the extensions. He left just enough loose natural hair to meet the loose end of the extension, then crocheted them together.
촉감으로 느끼는 건가요? 아, 이거 됐구나. So the firm feeling when you squeeze it and it feels firm, then it's done.
Here's the reality. Luke's patience started running thin as the hours stacked up. This was the longest service he'd ever sat through, and on top of that, the most painful. Every jab of that crochet needle came with a high-pitched sting that only got worse as Hajin kept working. At first, he held it together, sitting composed like nothing was wrong, but after a while, man, he was...
Look at that. Look how fidgety his feet are. He's like, I'm tired of this shit. Let's go. Come on.
squirming in that chair like one of my kid clients. Problem was, Hajin didn't have a stash of lollipops to calm him down. So I did the next best thing. I took over the radio. And funny enough, it even caught Hajin's attention. He didn't know most of it, but there was one track he locked into. By this point, we'd been in that shop over 10 hours.
10 hours getting some locks. Not only is that patience, but that skills, because he's doing a damn good job.
10 hours of nonstop work. It was a long day, but when Hajin finally stepped back, the mission was complete.
수고 많으셨습니다. 다음에 한국 올 때 또 뵐게요.
Bye. Luke had traveled over 8,000 miles for this, and with that mission complete, all that was left was to experience more of Korea.
Wow, that's crazy. All the things and creations you could do to have different hairstyles, different cultures. You know, that's a good experiment. A lot of people want to do this. They just don't have the resources or don't know who to go to. Like, it's hard to find people that are actually have the actual skills to know what they're doing to get the exact results that you want. So, you know, this is a nice video to watch. I'm going to leave the link down in the description. Like I said, go ahead and check it out over there. This is interesting though. I enjoyed this clip, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Salute.